In Luke chapter 7, we read a story about Jesus raising a widow's son from the dead. In John chapter 11, we read about Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead after he'd been dead for 4 days. Whenever I read these stories, I'm always reminded about the type of God that we as Christians believe in, the type of God that Jesus came to make us aware of. A God that we'd forgotten about, a God that we had misshapen and distorted. Jesus came to remind us of a God who is not separate, a God who is not distant, a God who is not avoiding us, but a God who came to not only be one of us, but who came to say, I am here, this is who I am. And he went out of his way to serve us. That is the Christian God. Not one who's sitting up in his heavenly deck chair enjoying a sunny day while Mrs. God has a batch of brownies in the oven. No. He came down to earth. And it's a God who deeply, deeply cares, which is why he did it. A God who said, listen, this is not the end. Those who believe in me, even though they die, will be alive forever. And we read in John chapter 11 with the story of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead, that Jesus was moved by the emotions of those around him. He was moved by how upset everyone was that Lazarus had died in the first place. He was moved even though they were blaming him. They were saying, Jesus, if you had been here, he wouldn't have died in the first place. He was moved. Some translations say to tears. It says he wept. He was emotionally taken by this experience. This is not some foreign, removed, distorted image of God that we like to pretend exists. It's a very human, very real, very interconnected God that we see in Jesus. One who is moved and then takes action. Whatever it is you might be having a hard time with at the moment, with the state of the country, the state of the world, the state of each of our lives at the moment, things being so uncertain, things being so stressful, just remember that God is not far away. He's not distant. He's not off somewhere else. He is right by your side. He is right in the voice of the person next to you. He is right within your very spirit. All that we have to do is become aware of it. And God is there.